Hours after the articles of impeachment were delivered to the Senate, an associate of you-know-who's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, Lev Parnas, was on MSNBC and CNN to reveal who he says was in on the plan.
Say it. Say it.
To pressure Ukraine into digging up dirt on the Bidens. What is the answer? Who was involved? Everybody. Take a look.
President Trump knew exactly what was going on. He was aware of all of my movements. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the president.
He said about you and Mr. Fruman, Igor Fruman, I don't know those gentlemen, I don't know about them, I don't know what they do. You're saying that was not a true statement from the president?
He lied. It was never about corruption. It was strictly about the Burisma, which included Hunter Biden and Joe Biden.
In terms of who knew about what you were doing in Ukraine, did Vice President Pence know?
Of course.
But how do you know that the vice president would have known what Giuliani was up to, what you were up to?
Because we would speak every day. I knew everything that was going on. I mean, after Rudy would speak with the president or come from the White House, I was the first person he briefed.
So my plan is to send pearls to everybody who's involved so they have something to clutch. Because even Devin Nunes was like,
that's a lot of pearls.
It's a lot of pearls.
Oh, Nunes.
Because Nunes was like,
yeah.
I picked up my phone, it rang, and someone I didn't know was on the other end.
10 times.
10 times. I'm sending everybody clutching pearls. Because it is just, if it wasn't so insane, you'd cry. Because it's just
They're
this
all
like...
in on it, the whole kit and caboodle.
What the hell?
That Nunes story, though, I think is one of the biggest bombshells out of all of this.
Which?
Devin Nunes, who's the top Republican in the Intel Committee, who, of course, was part of all of the hearings. Do you remember that GIF that went around during, I think it was Salin's testimony? He looked just totally drained and exhausted. And now I understand why, because I was like, there's got to be more to this. He was clearly, he knew more than he ever said. Devin Nunes.
Oh, Nunes, yeah.
And I think I think his story represents just a bigger picture here of people putting their own self and their political interest over what is good for the country. And time again, the story is the president putting what he wants politically in his self-interest over the country.
This guy was out there defending Trump. Now we know he was defending himself. So whenever you see them defending Trump, remember, they were in on it, too.
Yeah.
That seems to be an open and shut
He did remember
case.
the call last night, he went on Fox, and then somehow remembered the call.
Oh, suddenly. He was like Mary Lou Henner with that incredible memory.
He should have
We got to show that
himself.
clip, because what was fascinating to me about Devin Nunes saying that he now all of a sudden remembers that he did speak to Parnas on the phone. He says, yeah, he called me on my cell phone. He is a member of Congress. Since when does someone have your cell phone number? I understand calling the congressional office because everyone can get that phone number. Why would Lev Parnas have his cell phone number and call him over and over and over? Can we show that clip? Because that was incredible to me.
You know now that he had called my cell phone. And I didn't know his name. I didn't remember the name, but I did remember going back, looking at where I was at the time, because, you can do that now. You actually know where you physically are. Checked it with my records. Right. And it was very clear. I remember that call, which was very odd, random, talking about random things. And I said, great, just talk to my staff, and boom, boom, boom.
She's
boom,
like...
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. She's like... The woman sitting across from is like, we can all hear you, right?
Yeah.
We remember everything you said before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Martha McCallum is a really hard-hitting journalist, too, and she's, I think, one of the best in the business, period. And I agree that, much like myself, things show up on my face that I'm thinking in my head, and it's hard. I don't have a poker face either. I will say my biggest takeaway from this, maybe this is messed up, but the apology tour for ex-Trump people love Trump and then hate him, they normally stop here first, like Michael Avenatti, Michael Cohen, like those type of people, Anthony Scaramucci.
Never came. I tried to get him.
We tried to get him, but you should be here because this is the apology tour, and the post-Trump White House apology tour on The View is my favorite thing. Lev, take a little time to enjoy our view.
We are on. We are on in the middle of the day. We are on in the middle of the day, so maybe the reason they didn't come to us first is because they had the evening.
Yeah.
It was an evening show, and maybe they couldn't get here. But you know,
Your apology
now you
tour
know.
here.
Come on by. Come on by and hang with us.
This is a
You
stop.
know.
What we should say is that Lev Parnas was indicted in October on campaign finance charges and has pleaded not guilty.
Okay.
And so he's clearly looking for a plea deal, right? He doesn't want to go to jail for a very long time. But the GAO, this is breaking news, actually, and we have this.
I saw that before we came out.
From ABC. The GAO, which is the U.S. Government Accountability Office, found that the Office of Management and Budget violated the law when it withheld $214 million appropriated to the DOD for security assistance
Break that
to
down
Ukraine.
for everyone.
So remember when Trump has allegedly kept that money from Ukraine? That security money because of policy
400
reasons.
million,
200 million,
400,
214, or 400 million altogether.
Yeah.
The GAO has now said that that was illegal to do.
So he has
that
broken the law.
call was
This is breaking
not
news.
perfect. Was not so perfect.
So when McConnell says he hasn't broken any laws, we beg to differ.
Yeah, the GAO
Well, and by
says
the way,
that was illegal.
Parnas, who Trump says he never knew the guy, there's a photo that exists. Parnas says every time he says he doesn't know me, I'm going to show another photo of the two of us together. But if he really was this person, if he really was this person of no credibility or that didn't know anything, he met with the top officials in Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was nobody, how did he have access?
Well, this is not.
I'm sorry,
This
no
is
one's
not a
being
shock.
effectively gaslit
This
right
is-
now,
yeah.
okay?
This-
Like, they
well-
can do whatever they want and spend whatever they want,
Remember,
but no
they
one's being
sent
gaslit.
the kid that came on the show, the very first guy.
one?
that
Oh,
Trump-
Papadopoulos.
Poppy.
Remember, he didn't know anything
coffee-
either,
he was
and
a
he
coffee
was
boy.
the coffee
Did he
man.
come on here too?
Yes, he was on
and
here.
ended up in jail.
And
So
ended up
many
in
of
jail.
there's so many people that take a stop at the Trump White House here and then jail. It's hard to remember.
It is hard to remember.
I'm sorry, I forgot that man was on the show.
Well, and I'm sorry, Kellyanne says she didn't know Parnas either.
And,
Well,
yet,
let's-
and, yet
there's a
his, and
picture.
yet his base is still yelling, lock her up, about Hillary
Well,
Clinton.
and Avenatti's now
I
going to
mean,
jail.
come on.
So
For
one
a
of
good
our
amount of time.
co-hosts.
Here's the bottom line. We
Jail.
weren't trying to gaslight anybody.
Yeah.
No.
We've been telling you what we see. We've been talking about what our ideas
right.
have been, and we've been consistent all the way through. We don't always agree on policy, but we know crap when we see it.
Yep.
Right.
And we have been pointing it out. So I'm really glad. So the next time somebody decides, and this is a personal moment I'm taking because I'm feeling like it, a guy came up to me when I over the break, and was kind of saying, "You know he's gonna win, right? You know he's gonna win, like right here." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with that." You know, he was like, "I just want you to know," and I said, "Are you trying to start a fight? It's the holidays."
Yeah.
It's the holidays. He said, "Well, I just want you to know," and then of course, I lost my composure. I might have said a couple of things that I didn't mean. And here's the thing. You can disagree. You can disagree. But these are the lives of these people, and they're trying to save their life, and they're saying, okay, this is what happened. And now we're getting it all.
Yeah.
So whether he gets back in because of you, that's on you.
Yeah.
Stop yelling it up.
Take off that legal note about Michael Avenatti. I'm not interested, and I don't think America is interested
Oh, no,
either,
no,
okay?
she has to do it.
Oh,
Go ahead,
apparently
Sonny.
our producer
You have to
says
do it.
Sonny
Michael
has to.
Avenatti pled not guilty.
Guilty, yeah.
Okay.
You have to do
He has
it.
pled not guilty, so
Yeah.
we don't know if he's going to jail
Right.
for a very long time. But can I say
for
one
God's
quick
sake.
thing?
Yes, please do.
Bill Barr, the Attorney General,
Also.
Parnas
He knows
has
about
also
it, too.
said that he
Yeah.
was in the loop
Yeah.
too.
Everybody-
So he needs to recuse
That's it.
himself from
Yeah.
a lot of these
You know, can I just to those
decision-making
people out there who feel
areas.
hopeless, I want you to keep watching the news. It is unfolding before your very eyes. History is repeating
As we
itself.
told you,
And
it
clutch
is
your
not
pearls.
over till it's over.
That's right.
We'll